Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming today and to share this event with the students of the Summer Program 2016 Future Leaders Academy. Today, we gather at this closing ceremony of our summer program for our Rising Senior Group. To start the ceremony, let me introduce our Executive Director, Luz Corcuera, who is going to give some welcoming words.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to welcome you today to this very special event. We are so impressed by the children that parents have sent to this program. They are remarkable. And all of you who are mentors, who are visiting us today, are going to be so impressed. And you will walk away with a sense of hope for the future. These 2 weeks have been very intensive for all of them. They work really, really hard. But none of this would be possible if we didn't have sponsors who make possible for us to offer the quality program that we have today. So I just want to acknowledge, I see Patricia Martin. She is with the Sarasota Community Foundation. Do you want to stand up and just be acknowledged? I also want to acknowledge that USF, Sarasota Manatee, has been an incredible partner. We couldn't do this without them. I see Juan and anybody else from USF, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you for your partnership. And of course, we have some other organizations who are not here, such as the Manatee Community Foundation, the Gulf Coast Community Foundation, the Sheriff's Office in Sarasota, that every year comes through to support these young people. We have Gecko's Restaurants who provide some incentives for them, but also overall support throughout the year as we try to fundraise our activities. I also want to say that we couldn't do this without the mentors. This year we had incredible mentors who just went above and beyond. I've been reading some of the remarks from your mentees, and they are so grateful, so appreciative of everything you've done. I'm going to ask the mentors to please stand up. All the mentors that are here today. Yeah. And we have put together an incredible program, but it's all thanks to the hard work of the Dream Team. And I'm going to introduce Hector Tejera. Hector, where are you? Hector is our Director of Education Initiatives and the brain behind this program. I also want to introduce Liz Veroskubilka. She is Program Manager for Education Initiatives. And Wendy Barroso, our newest addition to the team. And of course, we rely on partnerships from all of you. And if you're interested in being a mentor, talk to us, talk to one of the mentors. I also want to acknowledge Manatee Educational Television. Charles and his team are always in the community. We really appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you. And because we are such a small non-for-profit organization, we also rely on the talents that other people want to share. Karen Arango, the beautiful photographer that you see up front, she's been taking all these beautiful pictures that you had a chance to see on our social media. So with that, I just want to welcome you all, and I want to let our scholars this year, our 2016 Rising Senior Scholars, to share their stories and their takeaways this morning. So, thank you.
Good morning. It has been a great pleasure to work with this amazing group of rising seniors this past 2 weeks. They will be able to start their senior year having completed their portfolios. Their portfolios consist of an individualized list of college selections, vision statement, resumes, and primary and supplemental essays. Students have worked really hard getting their portfolios ready. They also have completed the comment and the coalition application. They have come up with an action plan for their senior year to make sure that they stay on track. In addition to all the work the students have done to prepare for the college application, they also have worked to establish UnidosNow school clubs. The officers have already met. In Sarasota County, we will be present in Pineview, Riverview, Sarasota High, and the Sarasota Military Academy. In Manatee County, we will be present in Bayshore High, Manatee High, and Palmetto High. School clubs were formed because students want to take the information that they have learned at the Futures Leaders Academy and share it with other students to give back to their community.
Before to go to the next activity, and I would like to also make a special recognition to our ACT prep teacher, Johan Hillman, that she has been working with our students for the last 2 weeks. Please, if you can stand up. You cannot believe how much these seniors have been improving in their ACT scores. And I think that we really be thankful for you, Johan. Thank you so much. Now, our rising seniors are going to share with you their personal takeaways from our summer program. So these statements have some dreams and also some personal stories. We would like for all of you to listen and go with them through their personal stories. We are really proud of them because now they are dreaming big and they have additional tools to help accomplish their dreams. To start, I'd like to introduce to Freddy Orjuela, who is going to start with their presentations.
Great morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good. I'm Freddy Orjuela, and I attend Riverview High School. I'm part of the International Baccalaureate program. And my dream would be to become a pediatrician. And the turning point in my life, well, started off with a lot of people in my family have babies, obviously, and I'm around them a bunch because we all live together, like in the same city. And the most recent one, Mia Walton, she's my niece, and she's 2 years old. And I remember when my sister was pregnant, we already loved Mia, and we were just waiting for her to be born. And finally, when she was born, all the anticipation reached its peak, and she was just a blessing to our entire family. And then we went to a separate room where Mia was calm, she was clean, everybody was kind of just chilling, holding her, passing her around, and the pediatrician came in and kind of just picked her up and started slapping her around pretty hard for a newborn, and making her cry and squirm, but none of us did anything. In fact, we all kind of just were fine with it, and we wanted him to keep making sure she was okay. And when he left the room, I was kind of in awe because we all trusted that man, some random man, with something that we loved, the thing that we loved the most in the world at the time. And I would love to do that. I'm pretty good with kids. I've been around them all my life, and to be that sense of help and community would be my dream. But of course, pediatrics, you have to get a doctorate degree and you have to go to medical school and pre-med, so all that's very hard to start, and that's where UnidosNow came in and really helped me out. My mentor, Mr. Ray Morton, he actually pointed out something that's really obvious and I just didn't see, and it's the fact that I have a passion for soccer, for sports, and he recommended that I look into pediatric sports medicine. So with the help of my mentor and with UnidosNow, I picked my career that I want to start, and starting the career is hard enough because we all talk about going to college and where we want to go, where we're going to apply, but none of us really know how to even apply. And so that's where UnidosNow showed us where to go. And coming into the 2 weeks, I had no idea what I had to send in college, and then now I have a full portfolio with my resume, my college essay that Ray has been still helping me with. Just everything's all set out, and I really appreciate that, and thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sara Marin. I'm a rising senior at Sarasota High School in the Cambridge ACE program. Anybody that knows me knows that I have a passion for community service. I love helping people and seeing how much of an impact one can make in somebody else's life. I love listening to people's personal stories and listening to where they come from and different things they've gone through. And it has like a really big impact in my life. So growing up, I've always known that I wanted to do something in the social service field because I really like that one-on-one interaction with people. But I also wanted to do something in the health field, which is why I was at a crossroads as to what exactly I wanted to do. However, when I entered high school, I took an American Sign Language course and I fell in love with it. I love the concept of creating images and stories with my hands and expressing myself without saying anything verbally. It's kind of like a beautiful concept to me. So I combined my passion for community service and my appreciation for sign language, and I came across the speech communication field, and I haven't turned from that field since. My intended major as of right now is in speech communication disorders, and my intended minor, possibly double major, is in American Sign Language. However, I plan to continue my education and get my master's in either speech pathology or deaf education. Like many other students in the program, I come from a family of immigrant parents who came here without very little knowledge of the college selection process. However, UnidosNow has helped us a lot and has helped me really build my resume, my portfolio, and with my college essays. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity that they have given me. UnidosNow has made such a big impact in my life and has inspired some fellow classmates and I to start an UnidosNow club at my school. I think the biggest thing that I have taken away from UnidosNow is that we as Hispanic and Latino students have the opportunity to go to great schools and to be successful. We just need to push ourselves and motivate ourselves. And like Hector Tejeda says, we need to dream big because ultimately we are the future. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Barosa. I'm a rising senior and cadet sergeant major at Sarasota Military Academy and projected to graduate with my associate's degree. Growing up, I dreamed of being a firefighter like my godmother was. I loved to visit her at the fire station and wear the firefighter costume she got me for my 4th birthday. One day when I was around 6 years old, my grandmother told me, "Gabby, when you grow up, I want you to become a doctor so that you can take care of me when I'm old and sick." I was always very close to my grandmother and thought that that was the perfect idea. I wanted to become what I called back then an old people doctor and keep my grandma healthy for as many years as possible. But I started to worry, what about my parents? Well, I figured that by the time I became a doctor, they'll be old too, so I can take care of them. But that's when I realized I wanted to help everyone, not just my family. I also felt a lot of fear. What if I wasn't good enough to be a doctor? What if I couldn't save anyone's life? I was crying one night explaining this to my parents, and they gave me a piece of advice that, till this day, I still hold close to my heart every time those fears return. They said, "Gabby, God's gonna decide when it's their time. You can perform the best surgery ever, and God will still take them if that's what He wants. And you can make a mistake, and they'll still survive if that is His plan. But don't let fear get between you and God's plan for you." That's when I knew that this was my destiny. Since I was 9 years old, I would watch shows like Untold Stories of the ER, fascinated by the way doctors came up with the most creative solutions to the rarest cases. One doctor treated a 9-year-old girl who fell into a garden of cacti by waxing off the thin spines he couldn't take out one by one. And as I discovered the many different types of doctors there were, I changed my mind, wanting to be a trauma doctor, a perinatologist, a surgeon. But it wasn't until my niece Emma was born that I realized I wanted to be a pediatric surgeon. Because watching my favorite 2-year-old run into a table or try to stick her finger in an outlet made me want to soothe the anxiety that parents have when their children is hurt, that I felt when Emma was hurt. And through the Future Leaders Academy, UnidosNow has taught me that anything is possible with hard work and determination. They have provided me with the resources necessary to make my dreams come true, and for that, I am extremely thankful. They have even inspired me to open up the Sarasota Military Academy UnidosNow Club so I can teach other students from my school what UnidosNow has taught me. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Andres Guevara Flores, and I'm a rising senior at Pine View School. So growing up, I was a very inquisitive kid. I would always annoyingly ask my parents questions like, how does this work? Why is this like that? Etc. But, one day I remember we always had like a family computer, and one day it started running very slowly. And so my parents went and got a replacement. And I remember begging them if I could keep the old, massive, beige dinosaur of a computer, and they confusedly accepted. So I kept that in my room, and I remember just exploring it and just being amazed by such a stream of information coming from this metal box. And all the questions that I would always ask my parents, they always had answers. But when I asked them questions about this computer, they couldn't answer because they weren't tech geniuses. But so I made that my mission statement, or my motivation to figure that out. So I want to become a computer hardware engineer, and that is my goal. And so in the next following years, I began saving money. I got my own parts, and I figured out how to put a computer together. I began my own computer club. But that was my passion. But everybody has a passion, but not everybody knows how to follow that passion. And so UnidosNow was able to inspire me and show me the steps to follow this passion of computer engineering. I want to personally thank Hector, Lisbeth, Wendy, I don't know where everybody's at. Oh, Lisbeth and Luz and Wendy, wherever you are, for taking the time out of their day, every day of these 2 weeks, to prepare projects and stuff for me to start achieving my college dream. And I also want to thank Mr. Neil Comber here. He was my mentor. He helped me a lot in putting my portfolio together. And honestly, before entering this program, I had many instances of feeling hopeless. I didn't know where I was going in my future. Coming from a single mother, which I love very much, we felt hopeless many times. But this program, they taught us the steps. They taught me the steps of how to accomplish my dreams. And yeah, I'm hopeful now for the future, and I know exactly what steps I'm going to take to pursue that dream. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Diamante Luna. I am a rising senior at Sarasota Military Academy, and I hope to be a clinical psychiatrist. As a young girl, I always knew that I wanted to be a doctor, but the problem with that was I couldn't handle seeing blood or seeing other people in pain. So after taking an AP psychology class in my sophomore year, I realized how fascinating the brain is, how we can train our brain to recognize memories more easily, how the conscious and subconscious works, and how one mistake in our neurotransmitters can cause a mental disorder such as anxiety, depression, or even schizophrenia. With clinical psychology, trust is required, and I was able to obtain this trust through a family ordeal. I was told by my parents that the man that I had called my dad my whole life, the man who cared for me when I was sick, was not my biological father. Despite this situation, I continued to trust him as my father, even after the unfortunate divorce that occurred. Because of this situation, I have learned the amount of trust that is required to help others. So with a degree in clinical psychology, I hope that I will help others, and so that they may trust me with their mental health, so that I can help them as they go down their path to a better health. Through the Future Leaders Academy, I was able to meet various helpful people, such as Robin Gruel, who has assured my anxiety that there are so many more opportunities out there for us. And I was also able to meet my mentor, Dr. LZ McCord, who has helped me refine my college essay and has given me such helpful advice. I am thankful for the UnidosNow team for their time and dedication as I continue down my journey. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lucero Guzman, and I will be a rising senior at Riverview High School in the IB program. I've always had this thing where I've been able to engage both my creative and my analytical side. I've had a passion for the arts, both visual and performing. But I've also had a strong interest in science that I have been developing ever since I was little. I've been fascinated in biology, how the body works, why it works the way it does, and how someone can be specialized in healing someone's body. My dream is to be in the field of medical field. I think it's very interesting how everything works, and I would love to be able to help someone to achieve a better health. I've always had a passion for the arts as well, which is what has driven me forward in a lot of my dreams. When I was 7, I was accepted into a 7-year program that gave me a full scholarship to attend classes. And that was the first time that I was able to take an opportunity presented to me and follow my dreams. That situation has inspired me to follow my dreams ever since. My dream is to be able to combine my career in the medical field with my passion for the arts and be able to create something that helps people in need. Something that people can relieve their stress or whatever they're going through to be able to express themselves through art, which is something that I've been able to do myself. I also want to be able to have a career where I have financial stability, where I can be able to give back to my community as I have seen many other people around me do. Coming into the Future Leaders Academy, I knew I wanted a good education, I knew I wanted to go to college, but I didn't really know where to start. I had a lot of doubts on college admissions, what goes into it behind the scenes, but thanks to UnidosNow and the Future Leaders Academy, I was able to accomplish many things during these 2 weeks, including my resume, my essays, and a good list of college selections. I'm thankful for these past 2 weeks that I've been able to spend here, and I've learned a lot, and I'm very thankful for this opportunity that we've all had. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jorge Serrano. I go to Palmetto High School, and I will be a rising senior this year. I am also the president of the school chapter for Future Leaders Academy at Palmetto High School. And one thing that makes me unique is that I feel that I have found not only my passion in life, but my mission, what to do, and why I was put on this earth. And let's start with my passion, my love for science. My love for science started ever since I was little. Ever since I watched the Spider-Man movie and I saw Peter Parker get bit by a spider in his hand, I loved how science and how it pertains to the human body. You know, I let myself get bit by a few spiders. It didn't work, sadly. But, you know, I always was intrigued and inquisitive by the human body. When I would see someone sick, I would feel bad for them, but I was also interested in what was wrong with them. And when I combine this with why I feel like I was put on this earth, and that is to help others in need. And I can go back to that when on a cold January night, me and my father were, we were getting food for our family. And we were walking back to our car, and this homeless man comes up to us and asks my dad for money. My father not only gave him food, but he also took off his jacket and took off his shoes to give it to him. And the man was obviously happy, and that made me feel good. And later, but I didn't understand why he did it, you know. But until he told me that, you know, my dad can buy another jacket tomorrow and buy another shoes, he can't, you know. And after that, I just felt this genuine passion to help others. And when I combine my love for science and my mission to help others, you know, becoming a physician is truly number one. And throughout that, I just thought of it as a wild dream. But UnidosNow has actually helped me prepare for college. You know, they told me the steps. They've brought this wild dream into something that could actually become into reality. But the most important thing that I feel like they've helped me with is my confidence. When I came to this program 2 years, I feel like I have no confidence at all. And they have brought me to someone who had little to no confidence to someone that can speak in front of everyone and is responsible for a school chapter. And as for that, I thank you.
Good morning. Excuse my shortness. Hi, my name is Joanna Gonzalez, and I am the oldest of 3 in my family. I am currently attending Sarasota High School, their Cambridge ACE program. My passion for becoming a doctor started since I was a little girl. I was always known as the doctor of the house. Whenever somebody fell and got a cut in their knee or got like a scrape in their elbow or in their knee, yeah, I already said knee. Well, whenever they got a scrape in their knee or elbow, I was always there to clean the wound and to like pour H2O2 on it and, you know, just cover it with a Band-Aid. I remember one day in 3rd grade that our teacher assigned us, like the class, that we had to write about our favorite TV show. Like every other kid wrote about a Disney show, about a Nickelodeon show, but I wrote about a forensic show. And for those who don't know what forensic doctors do, they're the ones that cut dead people up to see like their reason of death. And, you know, I thought I could do that because I like cutting things up, but I've always been afraid that if I cut like a real person up, I might hurt them even more, obviously. And so I actually considered being a forensics doctor, but I realized that dead people smell. And so, yeah, I was like, no, thank you. And I've considered many things, like such as being an RN, being a midwife nurse, you know, you name it. But right now, I want to be an anesthesiologist. And I would just like to thank UnidosNow for helping me and everything, for their great support. I would love to thank Miss Joanne for her ACT prep. It has helped me tremendously. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Mauricio, and I am going to be an early graduate of Riverview High School. Growing up, there were multiple hardships in my family. Struggling with financial issues, legal status, and health put a lot of stress on my parents, who at the time were just trying to make ends meet with 2 younger daughters. Marital problems started arising in my family that really affected my older sister and me. And by the time my younger sister was born, I felt a need to protect her from life's difficulties. I remember holding her when she was a newborn baby and seeing just how pure and delicate she was compared to the world. And it was in that single moment that I knew what I wanted to do with my life. I aspired to attend a competitive university, to develop a medical career and to gain my master's and to become a midwife nurse. I want to be part of something bigger to help others, especially pregnant women and their babies. So, being a DACA student has also come with many difficulties, but it has also made me more hardworking and ambitious. The Futures Leaders Academy has given me the hope and the tools I need to take the step forward and accomplish my goals. They have provided me with the confidence and support, such as gaining opportunities to meet people with incredible personalities that can just guide me through college essays, through ACT prep, and building my resume, everything I need to get started. And I would like to thank them, each and every one of them, by co-founding a program at Riverview High School this year. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jorge Hernandez and I'm a rising senior at Bayshore High School. I come from a family of hard workers who had to struggle just to meet financial needs. Every summer, I found myself just trying to help them any way I could, whether it be landscaping, cleaning houses, or other miscellaneous jobs. But the summer before my freshman year of high school, that changed because my parents decided that I should work outside the business for once. Little did I know that that would actually lead me to work at a veterinary office. From there, I never expected that I'd have very close encounters with animals of every kind, ranging from small, common household pets to farm animals to wild, exotic animals. I also learned pretty useful skills that I never thought I would learn, like placing trackers on pets, learning how to operate, and also preparing medicine and comforting other people to make sure that their pets are going to be okay and well. From that point on, that experience and voluntary service was the spark that ignited me to actually want to go and have a career in the veterinary field. And also, I was sure that I wanted to do this for every summer so I could have better experience to make sure that dream was a reality. However, this was not the case because the next summer I really wanted to volunteer, but I couldn't because I did not know that the veterinarian who I was working under had left and moved his office along with him. From that point, I felt like that dream I had to become a veterinarian was just going to be a dream for like the rest of my life, and I just had no one or anything to actually lead me or make the path for me to strive on and follow that dream. That's when UnidosNow program came in and helped me. It was pretty exciting that they took me in under the wing and actually taught me the way and led me in the direction for my future career. It was hard work trying to prepare transcripts, writing resumes, practicing for the ACT and ACT to get a better score. But at the end, I knew all this hard work was really worth it, and it would actually help me achieve my goal and future career. From here, I'm very thankful for all the people in the UnidosNow program for helping me achieve this dream.
Hello everyone, my name is Laura Ospina and I'm a rising senior at Sarasota Military Academy with a rank of Command Sergeant Major. I came to this country when I was just about 4 years old, so I came here and had no difficulties learning the language. I adapted rather quickly. My mother always told me that I had to take advantage of what this country had to offer me. She told me, Laura, you need to become a doctor. You need to be someone. You need to have a title. You need to show me that I'm not here just wasting my time. So as I grew up, I always had the mentality that I had to become someone. So my response to the commonly asked question, what do you want to be when you grow up, was I want to be a dog doctor, since I was too little to pronounce veterinarian right. So as I continued to grow, my answer stayed the same. It was always, I want to be a veterinarian, until about one day, a year ago, I attended a church retreat. And that day, my heart completely changed. My answer changed because I know God touched me. And now my response was, I want to serve God. I want to become a preacher. And that was a very scary thing for me, considering that I felt like I was going to disappoint my mom, that I was not going to become this doctor that she needed me to be. So as I approached my mom to tell her now my change in life, I didn't receive the response that I would have wanted. I did not have much support from her. She questioned me and she said, well, what about your medical career? What about this? And I tried to explain to her, but it was a very hard situation. So coming to this program from UnidosNow, Futures Leaders Academy, it opened up many doors for me. I was stuck in the theology side. I want to serve God. I want to show my passion for our true God. And a very special person opened my mentality and told me that I could focus on psychology and theology. My passion here is to help others and to guide others to God. And it was an absolutely great experience to be able to go through this program with my wonderful mentor. And it's just helping us know what we're supposed to do on this earth. And seeing my mother as a single mom come home every day after cleaning houses that aren't even hers, it was just very hard for me to decide. So now I feel like I am up to her standards and that I will become a doctor and help others in need. And being a DACA student is completely hard, as many of us know here. But UnidosNow has showed me that it is possible. I can have the scholarships that I need. And I'm just very thankful for everyone. And God bless. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisbeth Gorgonio, and I'm a rising senior at Bayshore High School. I am also going to finish my Associates of Arts degree at State College of Florida this coming year. Growing up, I've always been very curious. I wanted to know what's around me and how it worked. And throughout my educational career, I've had a lot of science teachers who were very passionate about what they taught. And they were very entertaining and knowledgeable people. And their passion had greatly influenced my growing love for science. One summer, I went to New College of Florida's Push Success program, where I studied different parts of biology. And my favorite thing I did was having tiny microscopic organisms and looking at them under the microscope. And I was always fascinated at how they worked and how important they are to our world. For example, there are a variety of species of bacteria that live in our body, and without them, we wouldn't function properly. And this fascination has pushed me forward to looking a career at cellular and molecular biology. And I am planning to research more on these microorganisms and push our knowledge forward. In UnidosNow, I would love to thank them. Not only did I learn how to write a proper resume or how the college admission process is like, I've also gained a lot of confidence. I've never expected to apply to colleges, very selective colleges outside of Florida. And I would love to thank all of the staff for helping my peers and I find our path to success. Thank you.
All right, hello. My name is Lorenzo Dubrock. I come from a family of 5 with 2 older brothers, and I am in Riverview, part of the IB program. And my dream is basically to go into a field that's all about discovering and learning new things. And that may sound kind of cliche because I love to learn new things, but so do many other people. But I want to go into a field mainly with astrophysics, because astrophysics is all about learning our world and learning the way our world works. And I want to know the way our world works because it just fascinates me to understand all of these principles and laws and theories that govern our universe. And that may seem kind of strange, especially for someone my age. It's like, oh, why does he want to learn that? It's just weird. But I am a strange person. My mother would know. But that's just my dream. And the funny thing about dreams is it reminds me of a quote that I may or may not have taken from a Disney movie that you can have dreams, but don't believe in them too much. While I find that to be kind of funny, I also find that to be kind of sad and unfortunate, because there are a lot of people who do have gigantic dreams of doing so many great things, but they don't have all the necessary tools, and they don't have the right ability and motivation to reach those dreams. And I think that's unfortunate for those people. And I was almost like that once, but UnidosNow has given me these tools and this motivation and confidence to be able to finally achieve my dreams, no matter how big they may be or how small I may appear. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taya Binder, and I go to Pineview High School. I'm a rising senior. So, when I was born in Romania, and I came to the United States when I was in 3rd grade. And coming here, I had to learn a new language and adapt myself to a whole new culture. And that wasn't easy. But among the many difficulties that I faced, I learned many lessons. And the most important one was to always make the most of every opportunity that you're given. So flash forward to sophomore year of high school, I was in my physics class, and this kid kind of spontaneously decided to start a club on stem cell research, and he asked me if I wanted to join. And at first I was skeptical about the potential of where this club could go, but I decided to do it, and I realized that his goal with this club was mostly community outreach. So we held a symposium, and we invited many guest speakers, and one of them was this cancer patient who had leukemia, and he had been diagnosed and told that he had 2 months to live. But here he was, 2 years later, perfectly healthy after having gone on a stem cell clinical trial. And when I listened to him speaking, and when I heard the tone of his voice, and the way he looked at the world around him, I knew that he was so grateful to be alive and to be where he was right now. So I had walked into that room wanting to be a trauma surgeon or to follow a standard career path in like medicine, but I walked out of it wanting to revolutionize science, and I didn't want to be the face of medicine. I wanted to change it. Now, my friends and I sometimes joke about getting a Nobel Prize or doing something like that extravagant, but for me, that really is the goal. And my dream is to attend Yale University and be able to study chemistry there and go into biochemical research. So obviously getting to a place like that is not easy. So UnidosNow, when I joined the program junior year, was so helpful to me. And Catalina and Hector especially, like they always acknowledged that I had good grades, but they pushed me to do more. And because of them, I did so many things that I never would have dreamed of doing. For example, I started a nonprofit program to encourage girls to go into STEM fields, and I just had all these experiences that I never would have had. So I am very grateful to have been a part of this program, and I'm so grateful that I am now achieving my dream because of all the help that I've gotten here. So I would like to leave you with a rather philosophical quote, as philosophy is also one of my interests. Richard Dawkins once said that we are going to die, and that makes us the lucky ones. Most people are never going to die because they are never going to live. But you and I are here. I am here, and no matter what university I end up at and what I end up doing in life, I intend to make the most of it. So thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Beatriz Coelho, and I'm an IB student at Riverview High School. So, ever since I was a young child, I've always been involved in some form of music. For example, my mom was a big fan of music, and as soon as I was old enough, she enrolled me in piano and ballet classes. And I really enjoyed those things, but they weren't really my passion. They're more like just of a hobby to me. So my love for them just kind of died away as I got older. But I was also part of a choir called Sarasota Young Voices. And there we always had this big end-of-year concert with the Sarasota Orchestra. And after this concert, we were allowed to talk to the musicians and ask them questions about how did you start playing your instrument, and can you tell me more about your instrument? And so at one of these concerts, I met this very nice lady named Margot Zakaria, and she told me about her violin, and ever since then, I fell in love with the idea of playing the violin and like the music you can create. And she's still my teacher today. And she's really inspired me, like the way she has taught me, and like not only the music she's taught me, but also like the way to like solve different problems, the way you might solve like a hard passage by taking different ways to solve it. She's really inspired me to teach other students, and not only like teach them like how to play the violin or whatever instrument it is, but to also help them look at like life a different way. UnidosNow has really helped me and my family as a first-generation student. This whole idea of like college applications, Common App, admission process, it's all like a very new idea, and we didn't really know where to start. But through UnidosNow, they have provided me with all the tools and knowledge I need in order to be ready to apply to a college and to be accepted into it. So I just wanted to thank them for everything they did. And I'd also like to thank Robin, Mr. Neil Comber, and Joanne, who have helped me in many different ways to also prepare for college. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nicole Rosas, and I am a rising senior at Riverview High School. My passion has always been being around kids. I have 2 younger sisters, and I love teaching them and being able to help them in any way I can. A few years ago, I started babysitting a little boy whose name is Drew, and he has autism. In the beginning, I have to admit, it was really hard because he can't talk. The only way he can communicate with me is through a little tablet. And he gets frustrated sometimes because I can't understand him. I hate seeing him get frustrated and hurting himself, so I decided that I want to help kids and people just like him. As the years went by, he taught me how to be very patient, something new for me. I just loved working with him, and he taught me new things, to be patient, to be generous. I remember this one time where I hadn't babysitted him in about a month, and when I came back, he had a surprise for me. He learned how to put on his socks and tie his own shoes. You might be thinking that's it, but for kids like him, this is a major accomplishment. And that is why I want to become an occupational therapist and help kids and people like Drew and make their lives matter. In the Future Leaders Academy program, I have learned many valuable information, but the main thing I took is that we as Latinos have so many opportunities open to us, but sadly a lot of us don't take advantage of it. If I hadn't been in this program, I would have been completely lost, not knowing what to do. In UnidosNow, I learned how to apply for college, to write a resume, things I wouldn't have been able to do on my own. And I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone here in this program guiding me and just giving me an opportunity to succeed in what I want. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Johan Vasquez. I came to the United States about 6 years ago. I will be attending Sarasota Military Academy next year as a command sergeant major, and I will be co-founding the UnidosNow program in my school with Laura, Gabby, and Johnny. I want to go to the University of Florida or Georgia Tech and become a computer or robotic engineer. But thanks to the help of the FLA program, I'm going to be applying to other schools that will help me financially and that are just as good. I think one of the main reasons why I want to become an engineer is because of my grandfather. He's like into mechanics and all this stuff. I remember one Christmas getting one of those remote control cars. It was like this big and this tall probably. It was like Hummer. And after a couple of months, it just like stopped working. So I took it to my grandfather. And he literally showed me how to use every tool, how to take out the battery, why and how everything worked. And since then, I've fallen in love with like electrical stuff. Another main reason why I want to become an engineer, why I'm following this passion, is because of one class that I took in my elementary school. I remember taking computer class, and our final project was to program a website from scratch using HTML. And the professor gave us about 2 months to complete the whole assignment, and it literally took me 2 weeks. I remember going home every single day from school, doing homework, eating dinner, then going to basketball practice, and then staying home up late, working on my website, and then reading the textbook was like this thick. Another huge thing about engineering is the whole aspect of teamwork. I've been in many leadership positions throughout my whole high school career. This past year, I was in charge of a whole platoon of 27 kids as a platoon sergeant, and next year I'll be in charge of logistics of my school as a command sergeant major. And I also own a company called OC Detailing SRQ. We mainly focus on detailing, like car detailing and stuff. That's why I want to help people. I want to program something that will help humanity and work with people together. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Hector for keeping us in track and pushing us, Liz for every information, and Wendy for all the emails. I also want to thank, where is she? John. There he is. For every single tip for the ACT. I want to thank Luz for all the information and for this program. And good luck to everyone. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Leslie Trujillo. I am a rising senior at Manatee High School, and I am part of the Medical and Global Leadership Academy. I am a first-generation student and the oldest of 3 daughters in my family, so no pressure. I plan to be a physician's assistant one day, helping many ill and injured people. I was inspired to be in the medical field by my grandmother because when I was younger, I lived with her and they were my guardians. She pursued a nursing career, but unfortunately had to drop her dream. I remember one day when she showed off her skills. When I was 3 years old and I was playing tag, I ended up bumping into a tree that had a sharp edge. I immediately got a cut and I was terrified because there was blood on my forehead. But I remember how fast my grandmother reacted and treated the cut. She reacted with so much patience and confidence that I was inspired. I loved the way she was so confident because it was what she loved to do. So to this day, I still have the scar on my forehead, and that is the spark that motivates me to succeed. Being a DACA student is hard. In 8th grade, I lost the opportunity to have a Taken Stock Children scholarship because I wasn't born in the U.S. So that motivates me to work harder and succeed. I am really thankful for this program because without it, I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have right now. I wouldn't learn about the many scholarships that I can apply to. Before coming to this program, I heard many stories like, you couldn't go to college, you're a DACA student. There's no scholarships for you, you're a DACA student. But now, in reality, there are many things that I can achieve. And I want to thank my mentor, Ms. Mary Windsor, for all the emails that I've gotten, for helping me so much on my essay. I have like 3 or 4 drafts of my college essay, and she's helped me, so I'm very grateful for that. And Ms. Luz Corcuera for introducing me to this program, Mrs. Beth Hector, and Ms. Joanne for the ACT prep. Also Ms. Robin for giving me a plan for college that I may or may not accept, but so thank you for everything.
Just really quick, I forgot to thank you to Ray Morton for helping me find who I. I'm really sorry. He helped me a lot with the essay to define who I really am, and to see and pretty much know what I'm going to do in the next 20 years, like 10, 20 years from now. So thank you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Karen Cruz, and I'm a rising senior at Sarasota High School. I came from Cuba 2 years ago, and it was hard. I didn't know a word in English or anything. And I have a passion for psychology. Ever since I was little, I have always tried to analyze the behavior of each people, the way they think or act. And I have 2 main incidents that happened in my life that have helped me know that this is what I want to do with my life. When I was little, my mother's sister was killed by her husband, and it affected my family, but especially my grandmother. And I felt hopeless that I couldn't help her. I didn't know what to say or what to do. And it still bothers me that I wasn't able to help her. But a few years later, I have a friend in my school that she was really shy. She never talked to anyone. She was always alone. And one day, I decided to sit next to her at lunch and know what was happening to her. She told me about her situation. Her parents were getting divorced, and it was affecting her in her academic and social life. I was able to empathize with her because something similar happened to me when I was 8 years old. My parents got divorced too. So I gave her some advices and helped her relate with other people. Over time, she was able to be more confident about herself and overcome her problems. Helping her, I realized that this was my passion. I love to help people. Every time I have the opportunity, I do it willingly. And until 10 days ago, I didn't know anything about college because when I first came to this country, nobody talked to me about that. And I want to thank everybody in the UnidosNow program because you have helped me to know that I'm able to achieve my dream. I want to thank Hector and the counselors, the college counselor Robin, because thanks to you, I know that even though I'm new in this country, I'm able to still achieve my dreams. And I want to thank everybody in the rest of the program. I think it is amazing that there are people like you, that help students like me achieve their dreams.
Hello, my name is Fanny Benitez, and I am a rising senior at Booker High School. Growing up in a new country and trying to learn a new language was a big challenge for me. I was lucky enough to have teachers within my school who spoke Spanish, and they made me feel at home because in school, all of the students, they supported me and they didn't laugh at me. They spoke Spanish as well. I remember it was really hard because as a kindergartner, I wanted to learn new things, but I didn't understand anything that was said around me when they were teaching. So I'm really grateful that I had those teachers because they gave me the love and respect that I needed growing up. I also recall how hard homework seemed, and when my sister reached grade school, I was the one helping her with her homework. It was tough because as any young student, she didn't understand why school and homework was important at the time. So every day after school, I would sit with her, we would go through her homework, and I would try to get her to understand why school was really important to her later success. And knowing that I can help her succeed in school made me feel important. And the college career I would like to pursue is education. The two major factors were the teachers who helped me when I was growing up and my younger sister. I feel certain that becoming a teacher would bring purpose to my life. I would like to help inspire young children and guide them on the right paths. I would like to show them how school is a safe place because some of them may not have that at home. Okay. I have been a UnidosNow scholar for 2 years, and it has really helped me immensely. Last year, I got an opportunity to visit many different colleges, and it opened up my mind to new things because I thought like everything was just the same, and I see every college has something new to offer. Being here these 2 past weeks and trying to build my portfolio has been challenging, but now I take a look at it and I think, wow, I did that. Like, I have been this successful and I can show this to anyone that I would like them to see. I am very grateful for every staff member and every sponsor and my mentor, Chris, this year. She has given me a lot of confidence, and I'm very grateful that there are programs like this for Latinos and low-income students because I know I felt lost. I thought no one was going to represent me, no one was going to help me get into college. I'm a first-generation student and a DACA student, but this program has helped me to see that I can be successful and that I can pursue my dream and passion. So thank you.
Yay, the mic's at the right height. Okay. Hi, my name is Haley Rosenthal, and I am a rising senior at Booker High School in the VPA Theater program. Anyone who knows me knows that my entire life revolves around theater, and they also describe me as having something called grit. At the beginning of this year, I was diagnosed with a rare disease called Stevens-Johnson syndrome, and what it is it basically burns your body from the inside out. Bet you can't tell that now, though, based on how I look. I am very lucky. But through this, I learned that I have a clear set goal, and no matter what life may throw at me, I will not stop until I achieve my dream of becoming a professional performer. And through this, I experienced, obviously, some bad things, but I experienced some grade drops. I experienced a lot of stress and, quite frankly, a lot of pain. And I realized that I had to dig down, and I had to realize that I can't achieve my dream of becoming a professional performer and going to a university without stepping up my game, and I did. I raised my grades, and through that, obviously, the stress level decreased. And actually, I am in a production right now, my first production since I came out of the hospital, of Peter Pan, where I am actually in a very, very physically demanding role. And through UnidosNow, I learned that I can do anything if I believe in myself. Through the college prep program and through the ACT prep program, I learned that if I work hard, I can do anything. And here I am, and I am ready to start applying to college, and I am very excited for my future. Thank you so much to everyone who created this program, and thank you so much for having me in this program. I really, really appreciate you guys.
Okay. Hi, my name is Chris Bejarano. I'm a rising senior at Riverview High School. And when I was younger, I was bullied, and that led to physical and psychological trauma. However, art was always there to comfort me in my life. So in college, I want to study art history and languages, which is another one of my passions, as I have been studying Russian since the age of 9. Recently, I assisted in an art therapy session in which I saw the power art has in relieving stress and pain and turning tragedy into beauty. And so as an art dealer, I hope to represent artists and spread their message, allowing them to live their life doing what they enjoy. Because I realize that when you follow your own passion, you allow others to do the same. And through exhibitions, I hope to lead cultural and political movements that arise from the influence of art. Also, through traveling the world and meeting notable characters from each nation, I hope to spread the message of art and gain cultural awareness. Through my own life, I realized that art can not only change the world, but change the perspective one has of it. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to be a part of the Future Leaders Academy. I've been able to make many connections with people that will help me throughout my entire life, not only in college, but in my own career. I want to thank Joanne for helping me improve my own ACT score. I want to thank everyone at UnidosNow who has dedicated their time to allowing us to get our portfolio together. I want to thank Hector, Lisbeth, Luz, Wendy, everyone. And I want to thank my own mentor, Carolina, who has been such a huge aid in my life and who has given me an optimistic outpoint on my future. I also want to thank my mom for always being there and supporting me. She is a single mom and I'm an only child, and she has always been there. Thank you, everyone, and I realize that in life, there are things that you can't do alone, and I learned not to be scared to ask for help. Thank you.
We told you that we are going to listen some wonderful stories and also to hear the dreams of each of them. We are really proud of each of you. Future Leaders Academy 2016. And now we are going to continue. We are going to give a reward to your hard work. So for the last 2 weeks, you have been working really hard. And we know, sometimes we know that we saw that you were like looking at with those eyes that, no, stop, don't give us more homework. But you understood that we were doing it was for your benefit. And now, this is why we are going to give your certificate of completion of the summer program.
I just want to say how proud we are of all of you
And I want to thank the parents, friends of UnidosNow for making the time to be here with us this morning. I think it was really worthwhile for you to put it on your schedule. And I'm going to invite two people that have been very significant in this program to present the certificates. I want to ask Robin Groel, who is our education consultant. Robin has over 30 years of experience in college counseling, and she has embraced UnidosNow from day one. She loves every student that comes through our doors and our programs, and she goes above and beyond. And I'm also going to invite Joanne Hillman to join us right here, because we noticed that in the past, our students were incredible, but the ACT scores were still low. And so Joanne Hillman came to us this year, and she not only fundraised the money to buy the materials, she also donated her time. And she had an ACT lab every afternoon for the students, and we are hearing right now that some of them, from taking a test and having a baseline, now they've been able to improve their scores. So when they take their test, they will be in a really good position to apply to those selective colleges. So let's start with presentation of, please, Robin and Joanne, join me. And one more partner from the college field, Ann Quinn with New College is here. Thank you so much, Ann. I know that having the tour and the mock interview at New College made a tremendous difference for them. So I want to thank you.
And we are going to call the students for alphabetical order, and we are going to start with Gabriel Barroso. Christian Bejarano. Fanny Benitez. Thea Binder. Beatriz Coelho. Karen Cruz. Lorenzo Dubrock. Andrés Guevara Flores. Joana Gonzalez. Lisbeth Gorgonio. Lucero Guzmán. Jorge Hernández. Diamante Luna. Sarah Marin. Jocelyn Mauricio. Freddy Orjuela. Laura Ospina. Nicole Rosas. Haley Rosenthal. Jorge Serrano. Leslie Trujillo. and Johan Vasquez.
Well, I'm going to ask you to stay right here for a moment. Joanne, Hillman, and Robin, please do not leave. We like, the students would like to give you a token of their appreciation for everything you do, for everything you will do, and for everything you've done. So please go ahead. Is Miss Evelyn Tejeda in the audience? Evelyn, please come forward. Miss Evelyn, not only she has been a mentor for our 2-week for the sophomores and juniors, but also for the seniors. She volunteered every day to pick up the lunches, bring the lunches, count them, and take them back for all our students. Thank you, Evelyn, for being an awesome volunteer. So I'm going to invite now Patricia Martin and Ann Quinn to help us present certificates of appreciation to our mentors. Without them, we couldn't do this program.
And we are going to call Mr. Joe Carfora. Mr. Neil Comber. Mr. Tom Cook. Dr. Elsie McCord. Chris McCormack. Ray Morton. Diane Rue. Carolina Saavedra. Our beautiful Evelyn Tejeda. Mary Windsor. Mr. Herb Muller. And finally, our Mr. Hector Tejeda.
We were hoping that our chairman of the board, Kelly Kirchner, he's here? Oh, Kelly, I didn't see you. I was almost panicking. Okay. Well, I want to introduce Kelly Kirchner, who is the chairman of our board, but also the founder of UnidosNow.
Thank you, Luz. I got here late, and so I know better than to walk in up front, or else I'd get in trouble with Luz. So I've been sitting in the back and got to hear all of our students. And I came 2 weeks ago to hear our sophomores and juniors, and then today, and it's really quite incredible. And I told the sophomores and juniors 2 weeks ago and their parents and families and friends how impressed I was with their ability to address an audience, to be so articulate, and now I'm even that much more blown away by our seniors and the potential that you have. And you're doing it in front of individuals like Dr. Stone that's here in the back, our representatives from New College. It's not just your family and friends, but it's in front of TV cameras, and you all should be commended. So I'd ask everyone to maybe give another round of applause to our students. As Lou said, I am one of the founders of UnidosNow. We started this in 2010, and unfortunately, the genesis of UnidosNow was really a conversation that was really xenophobic and anti-immigrant. And without going into anything with politics, I think we can see this morning how important our immigrant community is to the future of this country. And you can see the potential of the future. You can see in the range and the variety of what these students have expressed their interests are in serving our community, our nation, and our world, be it in medicine, be it in psychology, be it in early childhood development, and actually bringing children into the world through birth as a nurse midwife. Whatever it is and what you've heard and the aspirations and the dreams of these young people, I think you can leave here feeling really refreshed and confident in the work that UnidosNow is doing and just the confidence that all of you as young people have. So I just, on behalf of our board, can't begin to express enough gratitude to USF that since its inception has hosted us here. So thank you very much, Dr. Stone, to all the staff here at USF, but to our partners throughout the community, all of our volunteers, mentors, the donors that make this possible and have allowed us to grow every year. And then specifically to the students that you guys are sacrificing. You don't necessarily have to be here. It's tough sometimes as a teenager to have that enlightened self-interest that I sit back there as a 41-year-old and thinking about what I have known at 17 to spend these 2 weeks to do what you're doing. And I think your 41-year-old self will say to you one day, thanks for doing that. And so you should appreciate that. We appreciate you in this community. We're expecting all of you to come back home to the Sarasota-Manatee area to be professionals, to give back to the community, to donate to UnidosNow, to serve as mentors for the students that will follow in your steps as well. But I wish you well. We look forward to following you. I'll say one last point of pride. We just had one of our FLA graduates from 3 years ago was at one of the recent conventions, and CNN en Español spent about 9 minutes interviewing him on television. He's just a junior in college, but that's the power of the FLA experience and students like that are just really going out to embrace the world with confidence. So again, congratulations to all of you and to your families. We look forward to continuing to work together. To all of you in the clubs that you're going to start to open and run in your high schools, we look forward to going out and seeing the work that you're going to do at the car washes, at the college tours. Hopefully you'll come see me at Eckerd College. But have a great academic year, and we're looking forward to signing day in the spring. Thank you. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you, Kelly, with those remarks. So now we are going to close the Future Leaders Academy 2016 until next year, and thank you, everyone, to support those children. And we are going to really follow through the whole year to each one of them. And we need to be able to help them to accomplish their goal, to get accepted to different schools, and hopefully they are going to bring us the good news. Thank you, everyone. And please, at the end, we have some snacks for all of you that maybe want to gather a little bit and know a little more about our students. Feel free, and thank you again for your presence today.